Welcome back, guys. For the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be at the Heartwood School in Alstead, New Hampshire, learning how to timber frame for the tiny house that we're building. So my daughter Margaret and I are going to be learning how to cut these huge timbers and how to put tenons on them. And it's a lot to learn, a lot to cover, and I think it's going to make the tiny house really cool. So let's get after it. If you're new to this channel, my name is Michael Patterson. My family and I are trying to build a campground on 100 acres in southern Maine. So if you'd like to learn everything there is to know about building a campground, click subscribe, tap the bell so you'll be the first to know when we post another video. All right, so right now everybody's at lunch. And so I came in here early just to give you an idea of what the shop looks like here at the Heartwood School in Alstead, New Hampshire. And the program's really awesome. Some of the students here are actually apprentices. I came here specifically for an accelerated 3-week course on how to timber frame. I'm gonna have to come back because I wanna learn how to do some scribing and things like that. But you can see a lot of the timbers behind me. The barn's really big. There's about 18 people here taking the course right now, and it's been very thorough, and the instructors are awesome. A bit more about the Heartwood School. Over the last 4 decades, Hartwood has taught thousands of students about timber framing and other building arts, leaving an indelible mark not only on the students, but on timber framing as well. The founders, Will and Michelle Beamer, also played an important role in the establishment and success of the Timber Framers Guild and the revival of timber framing in North America, thereby touching the lives of thousands of people in our extended community. The Guild has been entrusted by the Beamers with the continuation of their life's work and legacy. It is committed to robust, student-centered education and training in the inspiring forested environment of the Heartwood School. Executive Director Neil Godin and the Heartwood team have developed course offerings that will build excellence in craft, all taught by masters including Jack Sobin, Patrick Moore, and many others. Together with the instructors, they share a common goal of connecting minds, eyes, and hands in seamless harmony to build beautiful objects, large and small. The commitment to becoming an active creator in the environment expresses care for the life that will happen within it. And it is the same spirit referred to by poet Gary Snyder when he advised in his book, Turtle Island, quote, "Find your place on the planet and dig in," end quote. The Heartwood School continues to be a place for people to gather and discover the tools to do just that. You can see here is the timber frame that we're working on. And all of the tools are lined up here on the side for the students to grab whatever they need. In this course, we are strictly limited to hand tools, so we're not using any of these power tools you see at all. We're using, hand chisels, mallets, hand saws to cut everything. So and it's really probably slows us down a bit, but we move right along in the course actually, so it's been a lot of fun. Here's a tenon that I'm working on right here. And you can see that, you get the camera correctly here, that the nature of the wood is that it wanted to dive with the grain. So I was hitting it and it immediately dived right down to the very bottom of where I want to put this tenon. So it's a good thing that they taught me to take off just a little bit at a time as I place the chisel that way. Let me grab the chisel and show you that. So as I put the chisel in there, and you can see it just, even though my chisel is, I put the bevel on the bottom so that it would so that it would go up, and it still grabbed the wood and went down. So what I have to do now in order to deal with this, because we're using all hand tools, is I'm actually going to go into the grain and go this way as much as I can. And it's going to be a struggle because it's a difficult tenon due to the nature of the grain. So at any rate, I'm super psyched to have this difficult problem because, you know, I'm here to learn. All right, let's get after it. So I'm doing with the bevel facing up, and I'm going across the grain, so this is going to be a difficult process. I'm going to do a bevel down a little bit because it keeps sliding up on me. So you can see I got the bevel facing down. Mm-hmm. Guys, if you're finding this video informative, please give it a like. I know it's small, but it really helps a lot. Thanks. So I certainly don't want to imply that I'm teaching anyone the right way to do this because I'm learning, and the instructors come over and check on us frequently. Yeah, it's being a real stinker.
So you're gonna have to do the whole thing like that?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna move this.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. All right, so what we're doing is we're getting down closer on this tenon. You can see that line right there. We have to get down to that. And these chisels, they're big, but they are razor sharp, man. And just slowly, very slowly, and then we'll check periodically with the square to make sure that we're staying flat, especially down towards the end of the tenon. And what Margaret's trimming right now is what's called the cheek. This is the shoulder, and this is the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the instructor came over and told me that I need to shave a little bit more off this. It is a very precise practice. So you can see that my pencil line here, you're trying to shave your pencil line in half. And I'm a little high there. So at any rate, you put the level on here, and you're also looking back there. This is called the shoulder back here. These are the cheeks of the tenon. I haven't cut it down here yet. And what I'm looking for is the top of that. This rule is exactly 2 inches, so I can feel along the top that I'm actually a little bit high. And down there, I'm perfect with the top of the timber. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pencil out, and I will scribble a little bit in places where I think I'm a little bit high. And then I'll take that off with my chisel. Yes. The only thing I did wrong is I shouldn't have gone right off the edge. Okay, she's trimming down to a tenon. And she's going to take it right down to this line and be exactly on the line, because this is definitely a field where nothing's close to a 60. You are either perfect, or you still have to trim more, or you cut too much. All right, when we get down to final completion of the tenon, we use something called a tenon checker to make sure that the tenon size is exact. I hope you found that informative. And if you want to learn more about the campground or the tiny home process, watch this next video.